Everyone, and welcome to Your Questions Answered, where I answer your clutter questions live on video. Now, today, I decided to bring in a very special guest who specializes in dealing with all clutter digital. Now, I love clearing out my digital files just as much as I love clearing clutter in my physical environment. So, this is going to be fun and exciting. But you know me, I specialize in the inner clutter. So, I love to bring someone else in and allow them to share their expertise with you. So, give you an introduction to a good friend of mine, Heather Harden. She's one of the contributing authors to the largest entrepreneurial book in the world, One Habit for Entrepreneurial Success. It was co-authored by Forbes Riley and Steve Samblis, and Forbes is actually how Heather and I met. She sees every person as an essential and expressive individual, and her passion is empowering others and bringing their dreams to fruition. It was this vision that drove her to start Nakot Consulting with her brother Joshua. Together, they work with business owners and entrepreneurs to overcome blocks that have been stalling their business growth. She's on a mission to change the world, one empowered business owner at a time. Thank you, Heather, for being here. It's such a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me, Mel. Always love seeing you.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Awesome. So, all things digital. I love talking about digital clutter. I love talking about clutter. But what is the importance of keeping your digital files uncluttered?
Oh, incredibly important. A lot of people don't like dealing with this because it can be extremely stressful. As you know, when you're not cleaning out clutter on a consistent basis, it starts adding up, and pretty soon you can't walk through your house without tripping over it. It's the same with your computer. You need to keep it consistently cleaned, or you're not going to be able to function at all. And I hate seeing people who can't find a file that they could have easily placed in a place that it belongs with like files. It just causes stress, not only for them, but for everybody around them as well.
Yeah, like files. I love that you said that. One of my most important things that I teach my clients is like with like. You want to keep like items with like items. So yes, having a file system. And one of the funniest things that I deal with my clients when they want me to help them on their computer with something, or just simply plugging in a hard drive for them, an external hard drive. Their desktop is so cluttered. They have icons over icons over icons, and I can't find where the hard drive pops. I'm like, how do you find anything on here?
Yeah, like exactly. And it doesn't help anything. Not only are you getting that bombardment by, oh my gosh, okay, there's so many hundreds of icons on my desktop, but like you said, you can't find anything. It's like literally trying to find that proverbial needle in the haystack. And when you're on Zoom all day, you're in meetings, you're having to grab these important files and port them here and the other place, it only causes problems and stress. And who needs more of that with 2020? Nobody needs that. So,
What has 2020 been stressful or something?
oh, I don't know, just a few things. It's not that bad. I mean,
And I love how digital clutter doesn't just show up as files on our computer, but people have those notifications for like every news channel and they just keep binging and binging. And I'm like, how do you get anything done if you have these notifications just going off every minute? I'm like, it's just like there'll be a row of them ding, ding, ding. I'm like, how do you function with all of these alerts coming through?
exactly. And people don't realize that they are picking that up on a subliminal basis. And even if they've ignored it and learned to do that and function through the noise, it's still having an impact. And that is taking valuable energy away from the interactions that they're supposed to be having, not only with their clients and their customers, but also with coworkers.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know like being in a meeting with someone, one of the most, I think, annoying things is to have someone keep getting these alerts and you're trying to have a conversation with them and they just keep looking at their phone or looking at all the alerts that are popping in. It's like, can I just have your presence? Can you just be here with me now for this amount of time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I understand you have a couple steps to specifically address the digital clutter. Would you share those with the audience for us?
Yes, absolutely. Now, my first recommendation is very similar to yours. Don't attack everything at once. The easiest thing to do is often to implement a new system and just start getting used to that before you do anything else. And that will ensure that your most recent files are not only organized, but that they're safe when the big purge does occur.
Hmm. I love that. Don't worry about going back and dealing with everything from the past first. Start right here and right now and address everything as you're doing it. And then little by little go back and deal with the past. It's kind of like, I love the analogy of GPS. It doesn't need to know where the hell you've been all your life to get you where you're going. It just needs to know where you're standing right now and where you want to go. So just start right here and right now and move from that place. I love that.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. So our physical space is clean. Some of us have, pretty clear physical spaces, but sometimes we can hide our clutter tendencies in our digital clutter. You want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yes, absolutely. One of the most popular places besides the desktop to do this is actually in the downloads. A lot of people will just download, 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 and they never clean it out. And you've got years of downloads that are completely irrelevant by now and that are taking up inordinate amounts of space on their hard drive. Clean that out. There's no reason to have that there. That's one of the first places that I recommend purging. And I have a very simple two-step process to decreasing the clutter in your computer. One, name the files clearly. If it's a picture from October of 2020, put that in the file name.
You mean don't have IMG 4037?
Yeah, yeah, no. The alphanumeric code that's like 47 characters long is not going to be valuable in this case, and nobody's going to remember what that is. Instead, how about cute, fluffy teddy bear picture, October 2020? That's so much easier to remember. You go, oh, wait, yeah, let's look at that instead of, oh my gosh, what can this be? Is this an alien code? If I open this, will Earth be invaded? No, no, don't need that in your computer. Second tip to this is use nested folders. Use the
Mm-hmm.
year, use your clients, use your business names, project names, whatever you need that's valuable and relevant to you, use those names and then put the files that apply in that folder as you save them.
Awesome. Good tips. Good tips. So how did you get into doing anything digital clutter and how did this become a passion for you in the first place?
There was one homework assignment that I couldn't find in my computer in high school. And after that, it became my mission in life to make sure that I could find every file that I put on my computer from that day forward because I was so horrified and it was a big project. So ever since then, like, okay, how can I do this? And it's been evolving ever since. My file systems are very structured by now.
I love that. I love that. So before we close, I understand that you have a little free gift that you want to share with everybody. You want to take a minute to talk about what you have to offer?
Absolutely. Okay. Now, business online can be stressful. We just addressed we just addressed the digital clutter aspect. That's only one aspect. You've got clients you're keeping track of. You've got projects you're keeping track of. You've got marketing and content creation and on and on and on and on and on. There are simple tools that every business owner online can use to simplify this process and make it less stressful, which is our goal. The entire goal of 2020, how to achieve less stress. So if they visit my website at nacatconsulting.com, that's NACHAT consulting.com, you'll be able to download for free my top 10 tips for every business owner that they need to know to succeed.
That's awesome. Love that. Now, do you have any final thoughts or parting words you want to leave our audience with?
Don't stress. Stressing will kill your motivation to get things done. Keep your space, both physically and digitally, organized so that you can function and create. Everybody's creative. Let it flow freely and without stress.
Love it. When you make space, magic happens. That's my motto. So make the space and let the magic happen. Awesome. Well,
Exactly.
Heather, thank you so much for being here. It's always an honor to hang out with you and share space with you. So I appreciate all your tips and tools and looking forward to sharing it with everybody.
Thanks for having me, Mel.